Hello, Stacy the Black Feather Intuitive. Welcome, YouTube. Are we all ready for our energy temperature check for the week of, I think it's May 10th, May 11th, something like that? And how's everyone doing with our retrograde? I know for Tauruses, Pisces, and Virgos, it's extra spicy during this Mercury retrograde. So if you fall under one of those categories, hang on to your hats, because there's a lot of clearing, a lot of releasing that's going on. There's also, I want to say, just some upheaval with tech. And of course, because this is a Mercury retrograde, it deals with tech and communication type stuff. And I'm feeling very much already, I'm noticing, and I've been noticing it for a while. There's just a lot of miscommunication, misunderstanding, some weird tech glitches that are happening. Already today, I've been having like an explosion in my email of all of these bounce back emails, but the emails are legitimate. So it's like, thanks, Mercury retrograde. So excited about that. So if you're noticing some of these things as well, you're not crazy. We're just in that energy. All right. So this week, are we in mild, medium, hot, or extra spicy? And what I'm actually feeling is we are in medium again. So it can kind of go either way. And the card deck that I'm pulling from, I was called to pull from this one today, the Divine Feminine. Megan Watterson. This is a deck that I tend to use for myself, but it seems to want to be speaking up lately, because I've been noticing grabbing for it a little bit more often. And I feel like when we're talking about the Divine Feminine, I feel like it's coming through, because this week when we are talking about the energy and where the energy is at, and because it is medium, we also need to understand that we are bringing in more of the Divine Feminine energy. That's why there's a big shift that's happening. A lot of the old paradigm, the patriarchal paradigm, is going by the wayside, and it's being replaced with something that is more about equality. And it's not about the sexes and gender and all of that stuff. It's about people and being inclusive with people. So the medium energy this week, I feel, really is reflective of the fact that we're still kind of, I want to say, we're in the soup. We're not at a boil, but we're still in the soup. We are percolating. Everything is kind of percolating. So it's a little bit uncomfortable, but it's not unbearable. But when you feel discomfort, what does that make you do? Most of us, when we feel discomfort, we try to remove ourselves from it. We try to get out of it. And what I would say to you is get out of it, but be aware of it. You want to sit in it first, and you want to say, okay, where is this discomfort coming from? What is this uncomfortable feeling trying to tell me or trying to show me? Where am I feeling it in my body? Am I feeling it in my mind? Am I feeling it in my heart? We want to ask those questions this week before we, I want to say, extricate ourselves from a particular situation, or we want to extricate ourselves and then ask the question, okay, where did that come from? You know, where is that uncomfortability? Because if we don't deal with it, it's eventually going to deal with us. So the card that we got is Saraswati, the goddess of self-knowledge. Aha, I love this. If we are not aware of what's going on within us, if we don't ask those questions, those why questions, or we don't sit in the discomfort of something long enough to determine, you know, where it's coming from, we leave ourselves at a disadvantage. So the goddess of self-knowledge, the essence of who I am, flows effortlessly into everything I create. So I feel like the message for this week is really about understanding that we have to know where the discomfort is so that we can move beyond it, so that we can utilize it for, I want to say, the maximum creation, the full benefit of what it is that we are trying to create and what it is that we are bringing into the mix. And if you look at her, she's got something beautiful in her hands here. It almost looks like it could be a lotus flower. It could be a butterfly. It's something a bit light and pink. And the way I'm viewing it is actually, I see it as a butterfly. So I'm gonna talk about it as a butterfly. It's transformation. You can't transform if you don't know that there's something not quite right, or you can't fully transform if you don't understand what it is that you're transforming or why you're wanting to transform it. So self-knowledge is so key. Self-knowledge, self-awareness. That is the secret this week to really being able to, I want to say, connect with the Divine Feminine, to connect with that energy and to bring more balance into our lives. And we are at that medium temperature. So we do have the ability to, if we need to push a little bit and we need to go a little hotter in order to make that shift, crank it up a notch, and that's what we need to do, then you have that awareness and knowledge, and then you have the ability. If you want to take it down a notch and you're tired of this, and you want to kind of simmer down, you want to do that, this gives you the ability to do it. But you can't do any of it if you don't really know what's going on within you. And this is not homework that you can give to someone else to do. This is deeply personal stuff. Only you can answer this question for yourself. So this week, the message is to really just ask those questions. I'm not suggesting that anyone need to stay in a situation that is detrimental for your health, or you're in physical danger or something like that. I'm not saying sit in it like that. What I'm saying is you need to acknowledge the discomfort and then ask the question, why? Where am I feeling it? Why am I feeling it? And if it's discomfort, I want to explore it a little bit so that I can either make it my friend so that it's no longer unknown, or I want to understand where it's coming from so that I don't have to feel it anymore. I don't have to move into that space. So give yourself permission to move through that. That is our message for the week, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in, sending everyone so much love. Be safe, be well. And I'm just going to put a shout out for my Phoenix Rising event that is coming up on the 23rd of May, the 23rd of this month. And we will be tuning in for the following month. We'll be tuning in for the energies in June. If you want a roadmap of what the energies are going to look like in June so that you can prepare and live your best life in June, come join us. There's a release burning ceremony, a huge in-depth card spread. I do 3 free readings, and there's a channeling in there as well, and it's all jam-packed in an hour. It's a great way to connect and to receive what you need to receive. So we'd love to see you there. Check it out in the links below. We'd love to see you there. Take care.